everyone. This is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, King Dio, Lauren for a Grim Clover, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. So I have read, finally, the first volume of Vinland Saga. I picked this up on a whim some time ago, got like 20% of the way through it, dropped it, picked it up again, and have been like slowly making my way through it over the past couple of weeks. Not that I haven't been enjoying it, quite the opposite, in fact. This has to be like one of my all-time favorite manga ever, right? But mostly just because I'm busy and I'm trying to read more novels and like I'm trying to move away from just eating up manga volume after manga volume. But I finally have gotten through Vinland Saga, Volume 1, and it was something else. Like, it was a magical experience, like, just being drawn into this world, meeting these characters, and kind of getting a feel for what is about to transpire. And this is, I think, probably a more the way I've kind of described it to people when I've talked about it on streams and stuff is kind of like a pirate story with more focus on like realism and like more historical fiction in that sense, in which like it focuses a lot on like real world geography, like real world techniques, real world like sort of Viking culture. Like, it's not like exaggerated the way One Piece it is. It's a lot more rooted in reality, and for that reason, I kind of was drawn in by it immediately, and kind of compared the two. Like, and I found like Vinland Saga to be a very 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 refreshing change of pace in that regard, because I really found myself drawn in, and like the gorgeous artwork, like very beautifully drawn characters. Uh, very very engaging settings, and a very meaty story. I think this might be like a denser volume that I'm used to picking up, because I did notice that it was more expensive than what the volumes I normally buy, and it was a lot longer too. So I think it's a big reason why I had so much trouble getting through it. But like I went through like page after page, like of just being introduced to Viking culture, being introduced to our protagonist, getting flashbacks to how he became the way he is, and kind of like the Viking culture of like slaves, and like the father who distanced himself uh from the army and like went out in the middle of nowhere. Like, it was just like engaging, well done manga. Like, it was just really, really well done. And I find myself like really intrigued about where the story is going to go from here. I find myself just wondering what's going to happen to Thorfinn, and just and just seeing how the story progresses. Because I suppose, and this is one of those cases where like the opening segments are kind of generic, with like the guy like wanting vengeance for his father and the death of his father and stuff like that. But like the execution is so well done, and like it's hard to really call it generic. You know what I mean? Like, the execution itself is so good. You find yourself like really deeply caring about like not just the protagonist, but like everyone involved. You get a sense of like the stakes, you get the sense of the culture, you get a sense of like their ideals. It's like it is beautifully well done, and I am already a big fan of it.